We begin with breaking news. A North County pastor is accused of molesting a child.
Sheriff's deputies arrested Matthew Tagg this afternoon. Brian Schlonsky is in the 10 News Live Center looking at Tagg's history. Brian, this guy is facing a lot of charges.
Kim and Steve, that's right, a lot of charges. We printed them off, 2 pages worth of charges. And from these charges, we now know that his victim was younger than 14 years old. Let's show you a picture. This is Matthew Tagg, a pastor at North County Calvary Chapel in Carlsbad. The Sheriff's Department says the incident that he was arrested for is not related to his duties or position at the church. We do have a video as well. I want to show you this because you're going to see him here. This is a video where he's talking about young adults asking if they really are leaving the church. Right now, detectives are still investigating this, but at this point, they don't think there are any more victims. We did reach out to the church. They did send us a statement. You see that here. It's tough to read here on your screen, but I highlighted one part there saying basically the church is utterly heartbroken by these events. They say there are strict requirements and procedures in place for hiring pastors. They have professional background checks that are done. So much more to come on this. We'll be heading up to the church here a little bit later. At this point, right now, Tagg is being held at the Vista Jail on $1.9 million bail. So much more to come on this story, guys.
Much more. Thank you, Brian. Only on 10 News today, police arrested a man they believe stabbed his friend to death in North Park.
The victim walked for blocks trying to find help Monday night.
And only on 10 News, our reporter Robert Santos spoke with a close friend who says the community is now in mourning.
It's devastating. I mean, I just talked to him on Friday.
Adam Freeman says he's still in denial that his friend is gone.
I remember I told him, love you, be safe.
Adam had no idea his friend would run into danger just 3 days later.
For him to be taken like that is upsetting to say the least.
His friend, identified as 38-year-old Spencer Thompson, was walking along the street in North Park Monday night just before 9:30. On his way home, someone stabbed him in the abdomen. A clerk at nearby Glens Market called 911.
By the time police came out here, he was on the sidewalk bleeding. They tried to save him, but he eventually died at the hospital.
He was a good guy. I mean, he was dealing with his own health issues. He wasn't homeless. He wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't a drunk. He was a good guy. I can't believe that happened.
Adam isn't the only one who feels a big loss. He and his brother both worked at Safe House Restaurant in North Park, where Spencer would frequent. Adam's brother and Spencer lived together in an apartment above Safe House.
We all loved him, we all cared for him. He was part of our family.
Nearly 24 hours after the stabbing, police arrested 36-year-old Brandon Cooper last night. They say Cooper, who's homeless, was a friend of Spencer.
I tell you what, if he is found guilty, I want him punished by the full extent. Because he took someone very beloved by many people away.
In North Park, Robert Santos, 10 News.
Adam says he won't know if he knows the suspect until he sees a picture. Police arrested Brandon Cooper in the Marina neighborhood in San Diego. They booked him into county jail for homicide and an outstanding felony probation warrant.
Right now, a son accused of murdering his father is behind bars. Sheriff's deputies arrested Leighton Dory IV today. They say he strangled his dad, Leighton Dory III. The father's wife came home from a shopping trip yesterday and found his body in their Rancho Santa Fe home. Deputies haven't given a motive, but neighbors tell 10 News the father and son have had problems in the past.
The man who tried kidnapping a little girl outside a Solana Beach school will spend more than a decade behind bars. Jack Doche was sentenced to 10 years and 4 months in prison today. Doche's DNA was found on packing tape wrapped around the girl's head that he tried to kidnap. And staff at Skyline Elementary School heard the girl scream before escaping. Doche must also register as a sex offender for life.
New at 6 o'clock, strange happenings in an East County neighborhood. Dogs suddenly getting very sick in house after house, most unable to walk. 10 News reporter Michael Chen sorted through the clues and found the common link.
You're a good dog, huh?
One look at 13-year-old Bappa.
He's doing much better.
And you wouldn't know how rough the Bichon has had it.
Monday morning he was really sick. Just laid around, but really severe diarrhea. Real weak in the hind legs and just didn't look good at all.
Symptoms that confirm Canine's fears.
This one, and then one other house, down here.
In the previous few days, his neighbor's dog stricken with similar symptoms, including an 8-year-old Weimaraner 2 doors down.
They found him in the backyard all crippled up. They thought he broke his back or something. He couldn't walk.
3 of the dogs rushed to the vet, but not a lot of answers.
Standard blood test, but I don't think they were looking for anything in particular, but didn't find anything.
We went hunting for possible clues. The quality of the city water has never been an issue. Rat poison not used here since rodents aren't a problem.
It's pretty much of a mystery. We don't know what happened.
All the dogs have recovered, but could something be in the air? Probably not, since only one dog of several dogs in each house got sick.
The dogs are pretty much isolated. I mean, they don't run together or anything like that.
All the homes do share one common link: fences, accessible from the front yard.
Canine can't help but wonder if someone tossed something into the yards.
It'd be pretty despicable.
A possibility that's made these dog owners anxious.
We'll keep a watch in the neighborhood.
Michael Chen,
It's really strange.
10 News.
Neighbors say less than a year ago, a host of dogs also got sick a few blocks away, and trips to the vet also produced very little in answers.
A suspected drug tunnel has been discovered just south of the border. It's in a northern neighborhood of Tijuana. Homeland Security says there are no signs it crossed into the U.S. ICE is now working with Mexican authorities to figure out who's behind that tunnel.
A driver faces DUI charges after hitting a car with a baby girl in the back seat. A mom and daughter were driving home in South Crest around midnight when a car slammed into their SUV, sending it spinning out of control. The mom was taken to the hospital. Fortunately, her daughter wasn't hurt. Police say the driver who hit them admitted to having a few drinks.
And crews are cleaning up the charred remains of a fire from a Mormon church parking lot. Someone dumped cardboard boxes in Tierra Santa this afternoon in that church parking lot. It's unclear how they caught fire, but the flames were knocked down before they spread to any buildings. San Diego Fire says they're not investigating.
Hundreds of affordable downtown apartments are ready for families to move in. Atmosphere opened its doors on 4th Avenue and Beach Street this morning. It has 205 units, the rent for between $525 and $1,250 a month. All the tenants make less than $48,000 a year.
We lived, month to month. I have a new appreciation for all the people struggling out there.
Well, the Atmosphere building is full, but there are more affordable housing options across the city. Many of those are awarded through a lottery system, so the best advice is to be diligent and get on the waiting lists right now.
All right, we have new information. It reveals more people are finding work here in San Diego. The unemployment rate from January through March was 4.2%, and that's 0.7% lower than this time last year, and below the state and national rates as well. It also gives San Diego the 14th lowest unemployment rate among major U.S. cities.
Demographic. D-E-M-O-G-R-A-P-H-I-C. Demographic.
Correct.
That is Pacific Trail's 8th grader Yash Hyundai correctly spelling his word during today's round of the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to get him through to the finals. Only 50 kids advanced. And in addition to spelling words at the podium, they also had to perform well on a written spelling test and a vocabulary test. The finals start tomorrow at 7 a.m. We will stay on top of how the other students do. You can check their progress on 10news.com and on our 10 News Facebook page.